What does the Star of David actually represent?
See, that's the major thing. A lot of people, so many issues on that. The Star of David, when you go into King Solomon, they found it in King Solomon's temple.
Right. I knew they were connected also.
They found it, the Masons found it in King Solomon.
Right.
It was part of a shield. But the true shield, listen, the true shield is the scripture. The Star of David is just symbols like when you check out in Ezekiel 16. If anybody got Ezekiel 16 out? Did anybody get Ezekiel 16?
Yes, you speaking.
When you check it out, we wore jewelry, man.
Right. We still do.
We still with. That's what.
And that's why I was asking too, because I want to get myself a Star of
That's our
David.
style. We wore jewelry,
Right.
so we wore different symbols. We ain't just wear big chains with no symbol.
Right.
You had the serpent on there.
Right.
The serpent is supposed to be evil, but then the serpent can represent righteousness too, because Christ said, "Look, be wise and harmless as a dove, or wise as a serpent." You see what I'm saying? So the serpent can be evil too. If I'm quoting it right, brother, harmless as a dove, or wise as a serpent.
Right.
So that could be an evil symbol.
Say that scripture one more time. Or say that
Wise.
the slogan one more time.
What is it? What is it again now?
Be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove.
Harmless as a dove. Okay.
Exactly.
The tribe of Dan, they standard, like each tribe had a standard, and the tribe of Dan, their standard was the serpent as well.
Right. So what I'm saying, a symbol could mean good or bad. Depends on how you use it. Witches use the Bible, but they use it backwards to send curses on people.
Right.
So it's how you use it. So a symbol like the Star of David cannot be wicked. It's how you use it. People are bugging out saying it's a witch. Some people may use it today.
Ezekiel
But
what?
the main thing the Lord said, bow down not to the symbols.
Right.
We're not supposed to bow down to those symbols.
We're not
But you
supposed to
can wear
idolize them.
something. You can wear a lion. When we was in Israel, we wore lions, we wore serpents.
What about
we wore
crosses?
all different symbols. Now, see, a lot of brothers debate with the cross.
Right.
Some brothers say that the cross means that Yahweh Shai, the symbol, the death of Yahweh Shai. That's what they say. I mean, when you research it, it doesn't actually mean that from what my understanding is. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is a lot of brothers is too caught up on symbols.
Right.
The main thing that the Lord didn't want us to do was to bow down and worship these
them.
symbols.
Right.
When you see the golden calf and things like that. That's the thing, man. But a lot of brothers on YouTube will use this as a way to keep brothers separated.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Well, that brother got the shield of David. Don't deal with them. When you check it out, brother, a lot of brothers want to keep men under them.
Right.
So they're going to use anything to cause division among you that they really don't want you to get together as a
They don't want us to
nation.
unify.
Right, unify. So they're going, and some of them may be agents, we don't know.
Right.
But they're going to say, well, that brother got the shield of David. How the shield of David, this man having the shield of David doesn't make this man wicked, man. He's not bowing down to this. He can wear this shield of David. It ain't going to put spirits on him. It ain't going to make him bugged out. He's still quoting the laws and the commandments. You see, so that's a lot of times brothers bringing division.
I got it. Ezekiel 16 and 11. I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck.
See that? We always wore a lot of jewelry back in the day. That's why a lot of times you see the so-called Jewish man, the Arab man, whose neighborhoods do they go? At our neighborhoods and what? Put the jewelry in. 125th, 149th,
And they
downtown
make it so
Brooklyn.
expensive that
Right.
we do anything to get it.
Right, because
They want us to buy it back from them.
Right,
What they
because,
stole.
Right, because they know what we about.
Right.
They know that jewelry was part of our customs. I mean, we like to look, we like
Right.
to put the chains around
Right.
our neck.
We like
It's
to look
telling you
dapper.
that. Right. Read
Right.
it again from the beginning.
I decked thee also.
Go
I
ahead.
decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands, and chains on thy neck, and I put a jewel on thy forehead, and earrings in thy ears,
Brother, do you see that, brother?
Sir.
Earrings in thy ears, come on.
and a beautiful crown upon thy head.
We was royal. We was royal. That's how
We
the
still
black
are.
man and Hispanic man is, yeah. We
still are.
royal. We like this. When you going out, what do you say? I'm going to shine.
Right.
That's in the scripture. I'm gonna put my jewelry on, I'm put my earrings on, I'm put my bracelets on. The
that?
sisters put all type of stuff on their head. Yeah, that was us, brother. Yeah, you wanted to say something?
Also, when you read about the pomegranate, Scripture says we wore pomegranates on our robes and our clothing. The pomegranate is a 6-point. It looks just like this, like a 6-pointed star.
Okay.
You understand? So the pomegranate was like the shield, what they call the shield of David. But like the brother said, a lot of brothers do that to cause division. Because at one time brothers was arguing, like how you got the earrings. At one time brothers was going back and forth and arguing about that. But we read this scripture and the other scriptures where men wore earrings. They wore nose rings.
The biggest division between the though is the 6-point star and the 5-point star. 6-point star is crip, supposedly. 5-point star is blood, supposedly.
Jake's a disciple.
Right.
But a 5-point star,
Jake's a
that's
disciple. Yeah, because when you go into the history of Chicago, it was one of the ones that started the Gangster Disciple. I believe it was a man by the name of King David in that whole Chicago. And they had the shield of David. That was coming back from Israel too. And they had the shield of David and then, you know, them symbols, yeah. But see, brothers, there you go
That's
again,
that causes
brothers.
division,
Brothers
right.
take it for something else, man. Bringing it to the gang thing and all of that. That's men wickedness doing it.
Right.
I'm not saying it's wicked, it's what people is using it for.
Right.
Now they cripping with it, and
Right.
this and that, gang banging with each other. Come on, man. Our people
You're killing
our
each
people-
other,
yeah.
right.
Our people turn things around, man, and mess things up, man.
It was good talking to y'all,
All right, brother.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Come and see us again, man.
All right,
Come see
definitely
us
will
again.
do.
All right.
Yeah, brother, because it's that time, man.
Right, I
And
already
this
know.
election right here is going to be there. He already said the
I
votes
already
are
put my vote in.
both
My vote
of
is
them is
for God.
devil, yeah.
But watch it though. Watch
Right, and
watch
Hillary,
election.
they both devils, man.
Right.
And
I
they
say
got
that
an
to my
agenda.
moms all the time.
Yeah, they got an agenda.
My mother was asking
It
me
ain't gonna
yesterday, she
work.
like, are we supposed to vote over here at this certain spot? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not voting. Nobody gets my vote. My vote is for God.
But people will get mad at you when you say you don't vote. My father-in-law was mad at me because I said I don't vote.
Right.
She told her daughter like something like an indirect way. You keep your own mind and you know what to do. That's cool if you
Right.
know.
If you
I'm going to
that's
do what I'm
you
going to
wanna
do.
then cool.
Right.
But I'm not.
But don't come and
voting
tell
for
me
nobody
nothing.
else.
Don't tell
Right.
me nothing. You know.
I made my one vote in life.
And they know who's going to be president already. It's
Right.
all rigged.
Yeah.
It's all rigged.
It's
Man.
always been rigged.
You know. It's all a big hoax, man.
But thank y'all, brothers.
All right, brother.
All right, brother.
They take on either wife?
Yeah.
We're going to go on with the word of the Lord. What's going down in America. All the destruction. All the destruction that's going on in America. Okay, and what's going on in America is God's judgment. Give me Isaiah 34.
What's that?
Where's the brother at? If you hold the camera.
Oh, come on.
Isaiah 34, 2. Isaiah 34, 2. Okay? Because a lot of people is upset. Now you got athletes that don't want to stand for the American flag. Okay? They're saying that the athletes is not patriotic to the government of this country. So you got men that's upset that they're not standing for the American flag. Okay? Now that's